Alright, so this story that we're going to talk about, right? Welcome. The story we're going to talk about is about... How about just go straight into the story?
Yes.
Yeah, because this whole deportation thing from the UK and the US to Jamaica, we've been talking about how it's going to affect Jamaica in so many ways and all this other stuff, but there are other angles to this. And this particular story is about a man who has been in the UK since age 11. And he has never visited Jamaica after he left Jamaica, and he left at 11 years old. And now he is on this flight that's supposed to come in on the 11th. I'm going to play games. You left on the 11th, you're going back. You left at 11, you're going back on the 11th. Anyhow, so the headline, and I'm taking it from the Independent. The headline says, man who has been in the UK since age 11 and has British baby set to be deported on Jamaica charter flight. I was brought up here. I don't know anything else. I made one mistake in life, and it feels like I tried to kill the Queen. So the whole story I'm going to read to you, then we're going to discuss this. So, a man who had been in the UK since age 11 and has a British baby set to be deported to Jamaica on a charter flight within a few days. Today is the 9th, unless somebody could save him between tonight and tomorrow morning. A man who has been in the UK, his name is Rashawn Davis. He's 30 years old. And he was detained last Friday and told that he would be removed to Jamaica on the 11th of February on the second charter flight to leave the country since the Windrush scandal 2 years ago. Now, remember what I just said. He was detained last Friday. It's not like he'd been in lockup for a long time. Them just got call him up last Friday. Yeah. Alright. He has been removed from the country on the basis that he was convicted for robbery 10 years ago under the now unlawful joint enterprise rule, for which he spent 2 months in prison. So, to sum that up for you, 10 years ago he committed a robbery. He only spent 2 months in prison for it. That was 10 years ago. He's been an upstanding citizen ever since. Last week, they went and grabbed him and told him, you're arrested, we're detaining you, and we're holding you until the flight. What flight? You're going to Jamaica on the 11th. Alright, this is where he stands. My question here is, should somebody like this be returned to Jamaica? Let me finish the story first, then we're going to talk about that. The Jamaican national who lives with his British wife and 6-month-old daughter in northwest London and has not committed any crime since his conviction 10 years ago said the thought of being ripped from his family and returning to a country that he has not been in 20 years just terrifies him. Up to 50 other Jamaican nationals have been detained in recent weeks and are set to be deported on that same charter flight, which has been the subject of mounting controversy. A draft copy of the Windrush Lesson Learned report leaked to the media on Thursday said ministers should consider ending the practice of deporting people who arrived in the UK as children, prompting calls for ministers to halt the removal of individuals like Mr. Davis until it is published. Detainees are meanwhile struggling to access legal service to pursue challenges against their removal directions due to, check this out, a mobile phone outage at the Heathrow removal centers. So that's
crazy.
That's wicked, not true.
Yeah.
They can't even access legal help because they made sure the phones go out where they were detained at. But they're telling the people that, hey, you will have every opportunity to solicit an attorney, and fight your case, put your case before the courts. And these phones have been out. The mobile phone outage at the Heathrow removal center, which the Home Office has only just began to resolve despite being aware of this issue since January 13th. Today, we're in February. 10th. Wow. And this is when time is critical. Speaking from Colnbrook Removal Center following the decision, Mr. Davis, who has no family and no friends in Jamaica, told the Independent that I am so stressed out I can't even explain how I feel. Yes, I was born in Jamaica, but I was brought up here. I don't know anything else. I made one mistake in my life and it feels like I tried to kill the Queen. I look at my daughter's pictures now every night before I go to bed. Since she was born, I had never spent a night without her until I was locked in here. I still reach for her when I wake up. I'm not one of those to leave my wife to do it by herself. I want to be there for them both. I'm terrified to go to Jamaica. My cousin was deported and he has now died. People will be hostile to me because I've been deported. I'm going to be targeted. His British wife of 5 years, Tanique Kerr, said her husband's deportation would prevent her from going back to work and would force her to have to claim welfare benefits. I think that's what they want. As well as having a devastating impact on her and their daughter. So she's probably going to grow up in the estates. Mom's on the welfare, on the dole. And you, man, social conditions.
That goes.
Alright, I'm almost finished reading this. The 27-year-old who is currently on maternity leave but works as a complaint handler at an energy company said, I had been hoping to go back to work so he could look after the baby. I won't be able to. That's not something I wanted because I want to sit down. I don't want to sit down and rely on benefits. I always worked. I've never been on benefits in my life. I never imagined being a single mom, and I don't want to fall into the statistics of young single parents, especially for something that isn't my fault. Could have been prevented. It's hard emotionally, and I would need help financially because it is hard having a young baby. Rashawn is a great dad. He's been here all the time with her, his daughter, and his wife. She loves him. He does a lot. He feeds her, he changes her, he plays with her. A child needs their dad. I don't know what's going to happen.
Especially a daughter.
Especially a daughter. This family is about to get frigged in 7 ways to Sunday. If you think about this deeply. Mr. Davis' solicitor made representations for him to remain in the UK this week on the basis of family ties, but it was ruled on Friday that he did not have a genuine and subsisting relationship with his wife or child, and that it would not be unduly harsh for them to be without him. Wow. Rachel Meets, a solicitor from Irving Legal who is representing Mr. Davis, said that she was shocked that despite having provided a birth certificate, a marriage certificate, photographs, his relationship with his family, he is still not being believed. So what them things say, in just go pick her up last week, I'm pregnant or I'm married or
for 5 years.
The Home Office has been quite manipulative in shutting down the arguments. There was enough evidence put in to suggest it was a genuine relationship, and I don't know what more evidence we can submit from a 5-month-old, she said, adding, it highlights the culture of disbelief that comes with the hostile environment. A Home Office spokesperson said, the planned charter flight to Jamaica is specifically for removing foreign criminals. Those detained for removal include people that are convicted of manslaughter, rape, violent crimes, and dealing Class A drugs. Alright, so, first of all, when this happened, when the US started doing this, I had said that this is a precedence case, meaning they're going to use this as a model to do it. I see Canada doing it, and I see the UK picking up on it, and they're all going to be doing it. So for those of you out there who had a little case many years ago, you are still on the radar. The thing about him though, I don't know if he got citizenship, if he got naturalized and they're stripping him of his naturalization, or is this a case of he been there since he was 11 years old and he didn't sort out his papers properly?
Overstay, or he just don't have any papers. He was one of those people that...
No. He was there legally. He grew up there.
Yeah.
The man in his 30s, he been there since he was 11. He's perfectly legal there. His paperwork is straight. But he's probably been living on what you call a green card. Right? They don't have green card in the UK. I forget what they call it. But his stay was not naturalized into a citizenship.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference when you're a citizen versus when you have a green card. They can easily take away the green card, but a citizenship, permanent residency status is usually a bit more shakier.
Complex. It's easier for them to throw you out, basically.
Yes, than it is for them to go through and strip you of your citizenship.
Yeah.
Right. So people are being advised to, if you've been there for a while, go get your citizenship. The real question I want to ask though, because I see how this is going to be affected. You're going to have a female, and let's face it, another black female that's going to be a single mother. She's going to be on the dole, as they call it in England, which means she's going to be collecting welfare. She's going to be without a father for her child, all this other stuff. I can't imagine nothing but these people, when they presented the case to them, they probably laughed and said, so what? It's a lot of those around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a lot of young black women out here with no daddy for their child, and they're on the dole collecting government assistance. She'll just be another one. She'll be fine. But you got to think about the circumstances surrounding this. Like, that little girl is going to grow up without a dad. Her main protector provider is being stripped away from the family. Right? Oftentimes when I look at cases where like girl get molested off by
their dad wasn't present.
Yeah, dad wasn't present in these kind of things. So I mean, they're hanging them out to dry, and the fact that they actually submitted all this paperwork. Marriage license is more than 5 years old, and it got rejected. They said he don't have what did I say? He don't have close enough ties.
Yeah.
Marriage license, and his wife is British. She's nothing else. She's not from anywhere else. She's British. Marriage license more than 5 years old. They have a new child, right?
6 months old.
6 month old. They've been living together. Wem says 6 years now, married for 5. Wow. Pictures of family and all this stuff, and they said no. Should a person like this be sent back to Jamaica? That's what me want to get to.
Honestly, I think it's about the money where this is concerned. I feel like because Jamaica is getting paid from the UK for these deportees, they have more incentives than other countries to take them back. I remember last year one Caribbean country outright said they're not taking back any deportees.
I think it was Guyana.
Guyana.
Yeah.
And that flight had to turn back around with them.
They turned the flight around, actually full of people.
Yep, and they didn't take them at all up to this day. So I feel like with Jamaica, because we have an incentive, a monetary incentive to take these people back into the country, that's why they're able to do stuff like this and get away with it. I think, honestly, I feel like that's unfair, especially ripping a father away from his daughter and forcing a woman to become a welfare queen. Like, that's sad. That's really, 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 really sad. And you're not only putting him in a compromising position, sending him to Jamaica, you're putting the mom and child into a compromising position. She's going to be vulnerable, being on welfare, having to be a single mom by herself. That alone right there will send anybody insane, just thinking about it alone. He is going to be in a host of problems because he has not returned to Jamaica
in 20
for
years.
20 years. I mean, I got Jamaica for what? I think it was 3-4 years, and Jamaica was completely different. So imagine going to Jamaica for 20 years. You don't have...
Stick up in. If he hadn't been there in 20 years and he came at 11, so he's 31.
He's a foreigner.
He's not Jamaican, basically.
He's a foreigner.
Yeah.
He's a foreigner.
He's not
to
Jamaican.
the country now.
And you know, I'm one of the hardliners that say stuff like this. When you go to people place, go there and behave yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Because exploit the opportunities that are provided there. Send yourself to school. Hell, even use them welfare system if you can to get yourself to that next level. Yeah. Don't come and sit on it though, but find ways and use all the ways and means to better yourself, because that's what we came for.
Yeah.
It's no secret which part we come from, get raped, pillaged and plundered by them. So now we back in a them place trying to get back some of what is available for us here, right? Yeah. Okay. But come on, and there comes a point when you have to say something different now.
Yeah.
In a case like this, I really don't think children, if you came here as a child,
yeah,
if you were removed from Jamaica as a child and raised overseas through the school system and everything else, Jamaica didn't raise you.
Yeah.
So whatever this person came out to be,
he has no ties to Jamaica.
Whatever he came out to be though, I know Jamaica fault.
Yeah,
it's not Jamaica did it. He didn't go through the Jamaica school system. He wasn't raised in Jamaica customs and culture and anything. He was raised in the UK. They raised him.
And that is where the whole nature versus nurture things come in, because he don't have any ties to Jamaica.
He don't.
At all.
And like he said, he's gonna be in danger and he's gonna be stigmatized and he's gonna be targeted.
Not only stigmatized and targeted, are they actually using the money that they get for these deportees to re-socialize them back into Jamaican society to make them a productive person?
You see?
We don't know, because they're hiding what they do with the money.
Yeah, and for me, it's a rumor. For me, it's a rumor. The rumor is this, because people might be wondering what kind of money them I talk about. So the rumor was put out there that
for every deportee,
they're given £20,000.
Yes.
For every deportee that comes in from the UK. The UK gives 20,000. Jamaican government £20,000 for each one, and that's supposed to help with their reintegration into society. Some job training program, somewhere for them to live until they get on their own feet and all this other stuff. But what we're seeing is they come off the plane, they get processed through the airport and let go. And then you have people literally walking around
with crocus bag.
With a crocus bag with clothes, looking like, I don't know if I should go right or left next, because every face here is strange. Every place here is strange, which is crazy as hell. Yeah. And guess what? Guess what's waiting for them too? You have people who are there to help them, like a farm them little organization, but you have the criminals there waiting for them too. Like, pimp that they look and see which girl will come off the plane and she need somebody to take care of her or help to show her around. I remember this, somewhere to stay. And I watched this one video where this girl, she's very butch, and butch mean dyke out, lesbian out, and she said specifically this, it was on Facebook, she said, enough how we get deported and come down here and come turn gay. Bumbo clot and not talk about. People have to survive. So it's one time you need food to eat and place to sleep on them something there. So you can imagine that. You know what I mean? I say a girl come off of the plane and they're waiting. Yeah, you alright?
You're literally like a prey.
Yeah, they're following you around. You alright? Nobody now pick her up, you know. Approach her now, ask her if she want. She needs someone to sleep and
they do it to people that are not getting deported. They do it to regular returning residents in Jamaica when you come out the Norman Manley International Airport.
Yeah, so you can imagine what them are going to go through. Yeah. Because they don't have no choice.
Exactly.
Night is going to fall and you're going to look at those big mountains right in front of the airport and you're going to feel like, oh, I'm stuck.
Yeah.
I need something to eat. I'm getting hungry. I need some place to sleep. And they're going to be waiting there. And these people are going to find themselves being abused
in compromising positions, in situations that if they hadn't been deported, they wouldn't have been in the first place.
Right.
So it's a very, very hard. I feel like, honestly, after a certain age, when you come to a foreign country, whether US, UK, Canada, you're no longer a Jamaican because you're put into a society that is supposed to mold you and create you. So whatever you turn out to be, good, positive, in between, that's on that particular place that you were raised.
Yeah.
So to send somebody that's a hardened criminal or soft criminal back to a country they have no ties to is very, very, very
after your system
hard.
criminalized them. After your system, it was their bad, poor choices.
Yeah.
But it was under your tutelage. It was under your raising. It wasn't under Jamaica's raising.
Yeah.
It's not like the big tough kin people them that left Jamaica grown and go overseas and do all kinds of stupidness, send back them Rossias, but them little kids, they're sending back people that left Jamaica at 2 years old and 3 years old and coming back in their 30s and 40s and had never been there before. How you take somebody that left Jamaica at 2 and 3, 5, 7, 9 and 11 and send them back in their 30s and 40s? That person don't have no ties to Jamaica. Jamaica had no part
to play in the
and now poor Jamaica must bear the burden, the brunt. So when you see the murder rate start climb,
I actually have a whole. I stayed up yesterday, 2 nights ago, because I couldn't sleep, and I actually was writing out the context of a video pertaining just to that alone.
Yeah, man. When you see the murder rate start climb, when you see back road full up a girl, when you see human trafficking start turn up, and all these things, missing girls and all these things, it's this.
Yeah.
And I think they know what they're doing. They're destabilizing the island for whatever the reason is. For
some reason, and it's no joke. Jamaica has something that we're not aware of, or we're aware of, and
we're play blind.
And they want it, so they're going to do everything in their power to destabilize Jamaica.
I feel so.
Yeah. They're already doing it with the men, and the men killing their partners and stuff. And I honestly feel like it's something in the water. It's something we're eating. Somebody is in a science lab somewhere putting injections. Something into the Jamaican men for them to be acting the way that they are now. And I feel like all of this that's happening is correlated. All the deportees that's going to Jamaica, all the murder rate being over 1,000 for years and years and years now in a row, the men all of a sudden, because it feels like all of a sudden, killing their partners at such a rapid rate. I feel like it's all about destabilizing Jamaica for someone.
Let's wrap up this video. Let me finish this video by saying this. Let me make it clear. I am all for deportation. Meaning, if you're a grown person and you go to these people's place and you do all kind of foolishness like they're saying manslaughter, murder, rape, robbery, then you deserve to be sent back, because that's not putting your best foot forward. That's not representing your homeland. That's nothing good for anybody. Plus, and if somebody come into my house and violate my house rules, I'll kick them out too.
Yeah. Plus, they're older. They have common sense and common knowledge to know.
Not only that, they're seasoned in their homeland ways.
Yeah.
Right. When you come here in your 20s and 30s, you're a Jamaican. 100%.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5 years down the road from being here, you do some stupidness and they send you back. Go back home.
Yeah.
Right. Go start over again. You should have known better. Yeah. But a child, I don't support that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's right. I think it's wicked. I think it's vindictive, vicious. I think it needs to be stopped.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Do you think so?
I think so too. And this is the stuff that can cause somebody to have a mental break.
Commit suicide, murder other people, and murder themselves.
This is very, very harsh, and to a point where I feel like persons, once they go through something like this, don't look at the world the same. at all. And somebody made a point the other day and said that when a Jamaican goes to another country, when they're in school, whether primary, middle school, basic school, and they reach to a status of Olympics, okay, they get to go to the Olympics. They no longer represent Jamaica. They represent that country that they're going to school for, unless.
No, put it like this. If Usain Bolt was running in the Olympics, even if he was born and raised in Jamaica, if he was running the Olympics, then put the British flag on him and they call him British. We see that in the Olympics all the time. You see the flag on the person and you're saying, she can't be from Sweden. And then the name is Umbeloyo Unkunku and you're like, that's a Nigerian name, right? And then they say, yes, she's from Nigeria, but they don't say that. They say she is Swedish. They say she is British. He's British, right? So what they're saying is, if you're going to do all that, then when time then turn criminal, kick them too. Because you've had them since they were kids and you raised them. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to end this video right here because the video is going too long. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell us what you think about this one. Is it right or is it wicked? That's all I want to know. And leave your reasons why you say yay or nay. Alright? It's SouFLoTV, man, here with Brains and the Beat. Stay tuned for the next video. I'm out. Peace.